send it
We
to us?
did,
Yeah.
but,
Just that.
so
that's
Lisa
the old-
gave me,
Just,
gave me the records, but it
I just
was,
wanna read it.
I was
Well,
looking
you
at
can't
it.
read it if I don't have
It was something different. This is the guy who
What if-
wanted to do a,
Well, just basically why they going.
put in a
Because-
ice hockey rink. Or
Did you
a-
change the thing to the right?
What do they call that? Not an ice hockey.
On
but,
here?
Yeah.
Hockey.
Oh, a deck hockey?
Well, I know it's
Yeah.
four.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
I got that, so I wasn't,
41L.
it wasn't the right one.
Oh, okay, I must be missed on something
Did
else.
you,
then.
did she give you that? No.
I don't think I was
I
here
don't
then.
No,
It's
but that's the, I pulled the property card, so
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah,
One-
because when
But
I
you're right.
drove
the
down
L's
there,
were
it's like,
yeah, there's
it
one
was
right
the
next
other
to it,
one
was
was
the other one
just,
we did.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
probably pull it up.
Which is just a change in ownership.
When I first saw this, I was like, oh, maybe they're just reeling it in
I don't
because of
have
that
anything on
concrete
here.
deal.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I drove
mean,
there,
it's
it's like,
not,
that's
you know,
not the
critical,
same
but-
building, yeah.
Okay. 6:59.
They're online, so.
Oh,
Yep, we're on there.
is it 7?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so I'd like to welcome you to the Lunenburg Zoning Board of Appeals. I have to give a notification first. This hearing is being recorded in accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law and broadcast over the Lunenburg Public Access. I'd like to introduce you to the members of the board. To my left is Lisa Normandin, she's the board secretary. I'm Alfred Gravel, this is James Bezikowski, Hans Winthrop, and Patrick Callahan. We only have 4 members, so we're going to have to, the vote tonight will have to be all 4. Because you need a supermajority. If we had the 5th member, and if he comes in shortly, we'll seat him. But if you had the 5th number, you can have 4 out of 5. But if there's only 4 numbers, you need all 4. The way the hearing will proceed is Lisa will read the application and any other submitted communications. The applicant will have the opportunity for comments on the application or submission of additional documents. You will please come forward to the mic and give your name and address. Board members will have the opportunity to ask questions that they might have on the application while you're at the mic. There will be a public comment period. If anyone from the public would want to speak, you please come forward to the mic, give your name and address, and please address all comments and questions to the board. The board will go into deliberations tonight, and this is a special permit, so the findings for a special permit are that it will not be injurious or dangerous to the public health or unduly hazardous because of traffic flow, congestion, danger of fire or explosion are the reasons. That it will not have a material adverse effect on the value of land and buildings in the neighborhood. That it will be operated with reasonable regard for order and sightliness if in open use. That it will not produce noise, vibration, smoke, dust, odor, heat, or glare observable at the lot lines in amounts clearly detrimental to the normal use of adjacent property. And with that, I would ask Lisa to please read the application.
This is an application for a special permit, Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 9, Zoning Board of Appeals. The name and address of the applicant tonight is Maxi Auto, Inc., 40 Summer Street, Lunenburg, Mass. 01462. They're appealing, they're petitioning as follows: seeking a special permit to sell 50 automobiles. The proposed action has not begun. The basis for this application, it's incorrect on the application, but it's section 250-41L1. The street address is 40 Summer Street, assesses map 115, parcel 7, and it's owned by Kelly Brothers LLC, 36 Summer Street in Lunenburg, Mass. The deed is recorded in Worcester Northern District Registry of Deeds, book 6751, page 245, and recorded June 30th, 2008. If the undersigned has any knowledge of a prior appeal, application, or petition concerning the land or building involved in this case, describe the case and the dates involved. In 2009, Valentine's Auto was approved for 20 vehicles. In February 2011, Best Auto was approved for 20 vehicles. In May of 2012, Double Down Inc. for 50 vehicles. And the attachment here was the last one, which was November 8th, 2017, for National Motors, also for 50 vehicles. The question and answers are as follows. Will the proposed action be injurious or dangerous to the public health or unduly hazardous because of traffic congestion, danger of fire or explosion, or other reasons? The reply, absolutely not. As a responsible business owner of a used car dealership engaged in prudent business practices with a good neighbor policy, there is no scenario whereby the public would be exposed to an unduly hazardous situation. B, will this action have a material adverse effect on the value of land and buildings in the neighborhood or on the amenities of the neighborhood? The response, no, the proposed use of this property as a car dealership is consistent with the lot's history and characteristics of the neighborhood. C, will the proposed action be operated with reasonable regard for order and sightliness if an open use? The response, yes, all operations will be consistent with prudent business practices, including a good neighborhood policy. D, will the proposed action produce noise, vibration, dust, odor, heat, or glare observable at the lot lines in amounts clearly detrimental to the normal use of adjacent property? The reply, absolutely not. The actions described in this section are clearly not consistent with the town's guidelines or my policies, and therefore would not be allowed. And that is signed on February 17th, 2022, by Jose Iris de Oliveira, and his address is 69 Plain Street in Lowell, 01851. Next is a little site plan of the property and where the cars will be located, and a authorization by Kelly Brothers LLC of 40 Summer Street, Lunenburg, Mass., who is property and landowner of 40 Summer Street, Lunenburg, hereby authorizes and permits Jose Iris de Oliveira Jr. to apply for a special permit through the town of Lunenburg for the proposed use at the above location. And that's signed Michael Kelly of Kelly Brothers LLC and dated 3/4/2022. There's also a list of abutters and a copy of the prior granting of the special permit. And that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
And with that, I would invite the applicant up to address the application you have before us.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jose Ares de Oliveira Jr. I live in 69 Plain Street, Lowell, Mass.
Okay.
Right?
Kind of quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to speak up a little.
All right. My name is Jose Iris Oliveira Jr. I live in 69 Plain Street, Lowell, Mass.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have anything you'd like to add to the?
Alguma coisa que você quer adicionar?
No.
Okay. If you don't have anything to add, do they own the dealership next door?
Yes.
Somebody else?
Yes.
Just a quick question. You own the dealership next door?
Yes, I bought the Lunenburg Auto Center a couple months ago, and the guy, my neighbor. Now I bought my neighbor too, and I have como que fala? O que eu quero fazer no caso?
O que você quer fazer? What he wants to do.
Yeah, sorry, I don't speak very.
That's okay. If you'd like her to, if you tell her the answer she'd like to say, that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Se você quiser, eu posso falar por você.
Você pode explicar? Né?
Explica o que você quer falar.
Você tem que se apresentar para mim.
I have to present myself, correct?
What's that? Yes.
Hi, good night, everyone. My name is Jennifer Thomas, and I live at 19 6th Street, Apartment 3 in Leominster, Massachusetts, 01453. O que você quer o quê?
Fala que a gente vai trabalhar com um carro abaixo de 15 mil na Lunenburg e acima de 15 mil na Max, é o que a gente quer fazer no caso.
Yes. So what his plan is, he purchased the body shop right next to it, in between Lunenburg and Moxie Autos. The guy offered a very good deal to him, and his plan is to use the Lunenburg side to sell cars under 15Ks and to use Maxi Autos for cars above 15,000. So he's just going to use everything to be an auto.
Okay, so it's going to be two separate businesses?
Correct, two separate ones,
Okay, two
yes.
separate names?
Yes, exactly, two separate
Okay.
entities, yes.
That's good, okay. Okay, I guess on that lot, I'm going to open it up to the board first, and then I'll ask more questions if they don't ask them.
Ele vai ver se algum.
I wouldn't have done that, open it to the
Senão, ele vai
board.
voltar pra ele.
I have a few questions, Mr. Chairman. So, I'm sorry, I may not have heard it correctly. So, are there gonna be any auto repair, so, any auto repairs at this location?
Mecânica lá por alguma casa, vai ter gente fazendo mecânica, não vai?
Just in the Lunenburg.
Only on the Lohnenberg side, yes,
Yep.
not on the Maxi
Yep.
Autos. There's going to be auto repair, yes.
So, auto sales and repairs on this
The
location?
Lunenburg- Yes, the Lunenburg location.
And the Max Auto
I
just
think,
sales.
just to be clear, the last special permit that they came before us, that was for 36 Summer Street, and that's Lunenburg Motor Sales.
Correct.
So that's service.
Yeah,
That this one is to sell used cars known as Maxi Auto. So Lunenburg Autos, so two separate businesses.
two separate.
Right.
I just wanted to clarify that.
So, yeah, so we were just talking about, the one that came before us a few weeks ago, he owns that as well?
Yes,
Were you before us then the last time?
Você estava na última reunião?
Yes.
yes.
You are, okay.
That's why I asked the question.
Right. I mean, I know that they're separate lots, but now it looks like it's gonna be the same owner on two separate lots, but the same owner.
Yep.
Okay, I gotcha. And then these are all going to be used vehicles under 15K on this lot?
Yes.
And my last question was experience selling cars, but obviously, we know that you have experience doing that. Okay.
Okay.
And then what are they gonna be the hours that you anticipate? Are you gonna ask for the same hours that you asked for last time?
The same year. Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, and
Give you Saturday hours too?
yeah,
right?
Saturday to 90 to 5. Maybe Sundays, at 90 to noon, I think.
Do you want 9 to noon or by appointment?
Or by appointment, yes.
Right, so the hours, 8 to 6, Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to noon or by appointment.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman, for now.
Thank you, Han. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, I'm gonna ask a few. The plan that you given, and I probably said this last time, it's very,
Você deu pra ele.
you're asking for 50 cars. In the area where you have, I think it's eight cars across, 5 rows deep. It's very congested, it's very small confined area for that many cars. There's no space between, like for rows or anything. I'm wondering, how does a person test drive a car out of the middle of
A
that?
pessoa consegue
I mean,
pegar e
it's,
fazer o teste.
or look at a car in the middle of that.
We wait in the snow, and I make the pavement, como fala, fazer o asfalto.
Pavement, né? Pavement.
Yeah, we make a pavement para usar mais o espaço.
To use more space.
Yeah, to use more space in the lot, you know.
So to add on to that, if you actually passed down today, he cleared out all the cars that was in the middle, in between the
Okay,
vehicles.
I'm talking about this section.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So he did move all the vehicles, and he's going to pave to be able to also have more room to put cars, and it should have enough space, but people don't test drive in our lots. We do send them out
Yeah.
on the street and the roads.
I talked to the Mike, my landlord, about it. I'm waiting for the snow gun for make the pavement for more space.
So you're going to do some more paving, is that what you're saying?
More pavement, yes,
More
because
pavement,
it's
yeah.
all, it's
Because
all
I was going to
mud
say
and
there's a lot of mud behind the
Exactly.
building.
Yeah.
That is
In
exactly
between
why
the
it looks
the
really
two
small.
car lots, is that what you're also using, some of that? Because that area that looks like you're using it from both lots in between,
Ele tá
and
fazendo
it's all
toda
mud.
essa parte.
Is there any
Tá falando que vai
plan to
colocar-
pave some of that?
O negócio é aquela parte do meio, onde que tá tudo melado, né?
Yes.
Tá tudo...
Okay, so you're going to, I'll say
Yeah, I will
expand the area you're going to put
expand the
these
area
in.
for
Okay. All right. Because I know there's also, enough sides and all of that. I know that from looking at the property. Okay, and I also have just a question, and at this point, I don't think I'm just gonna ask, there's a trailer there and a truck. What's the purpose of that?
Tá perguntando
Yeah.
só o porquê.
When the... Quando que sair a minha licença? Quando sair a nossa licença?
When we get our license,
When I got the license, the old owner... Old no,
the older, the person that owned that property before, that's theirs. It's not our truck. So he said that when we get the license for the location, he will move that truck out of the
So
way.
we'll move it.
So it's not
Okay.
even ours, so
All
we're
right.
just waiting, yeah.
All right, I wasn't too concerned, but I was just curious
But we've
what
been
it was
asking
for,
him to
because
remove
it
it, too.
it is parked off to
In the trailer, it's one of ours, partners as well, who is sitting. He's also gonna be removing that.
He's going to remove it, okay. And another question I don't think you're going to have the answer to, I thought Kelly's might hear, concern the last time that we granted on November 8th,
A última vez que eles aceitaram alguma coisa no dia de hoje.
which wasn't you, and I know this is Kelly's property. We had talked about the 20-foot setback from Summer Street, and at the time, Gary Rhodes was the building inspector, and he had suggested that they put some sort of a berm or a planting or something at the 20-foot, so that you wouldn't encroach on the 20-foot setback from Summer Street. And that's never been done, to my knowledge. It wasn't done when I went there.
I
Do
didn't
you have any plans to put anything for the 20-foot setback? That's my only question.
Okay. Sabe o que ele pediu pra poder afastar pra trás? Eles falaram que tem um plano, eles falaram assim, perguntaram se a gente vai colocar alguma coisa ali pra fazer bonitinho, tipo umas plantação, pra parecer que tem um lugar para as pessoas andarem e, sabe, a pessoa anda
Não,
e
e-
ainda tem alguma coisa pra separar e depois os carros. Se a gente tem algum plano pra isso.
Sim, fala que a gente vai colocar bandeira na frente e fala que a gente... Ele falou também que a gente nunca moveu. Fala que
Agora a gente já moveu.
Fala que a gente agora já moveu e então a gente demorou um pouco, porque a gente estava movendo os carros do meio entre uma loja e outra.
Okay. Yes, they do have a plan. They do want to do that you just mentioned. We already moved the cars all back and
Yeah,
we did see
I
the
did see the cars were
Correct,
moved back.
exactly. But yes, they do have planning on doing all that exactly as you said. But they're
Okay.
just waiting.
Okay, all right. And then, of course, the last thing I'm going to point out is loading and unloading of cars cannot be done in the street. It has to be done.
Todos os carros que
É
vai
parking.
no truck grande de tow não pode ser, não pode parar na rua para deixar os carros. Mas a gente nem faz isso, a gente pega carro por carro.
Yes.
Even better than that, every purchase of vehicles, every auction cars, we send one of our runners to go pick it up, so we actually don't have a
Oh,
big
so you-
truck to be delivering all the loads, so we don't have a towing one that will be
Okay, so
getting
you
in the
just-
way, so that's not an issue.
Not an issue,
Each person go and picks up and drops off the vehicles.
Okay, all right. I think that's all the questions I have.
I just had one more question, Mr. Chairman. So are you expecting you're going to have 50 vehicles on the lot?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
Yeah. And I have one question. I have one tow, and maybe can I add one small space in the cars behind the office for park my tow truck?
Yeah,
Is it
that-
okay for him to have a tow truck and park it behind our shop?
I don't think
So
that would be
your
an
shop is
issue.
right, you're talking about this
Yeah,
right
this
here?
little one,
Park
yes.
it back here?
Yes.
Yeah, right now, it's not much pavement back there at all.
There's none. It's
Right.
just mud, especially with all this rain and snow.
Right,
It's only
right. But that's one of the areas you're gonna add.
Correct. That it's gonna be all around. It's gonna be pavement.
Okay.
So would it be okay after it's paved? Or?
I don't believe it will be an issue unless somebody in this board has an issue.
Nenhum deles até então tem nenhum problema de você ter esse tow lá.
Right.
Okay, any other questions from the board? Are there special licenses you need for a tow truck in town? There are, aren't there?
I'm really not sure.
Okay. Well, you'll find out.
Yes, absolutely. Ele perguntou, será que tem algum certificado que tem que ter para poder ter o tow? Ela falou assim, eu vou procurar saber.
Okay. Any other questions?
Public comment.
That's right. Anybody from the public, would you like to speak? No. Okay, I don't blame you. Okay, so with that, there's no other questions or comments, no public, I would ask for a motion.
Just one more question, Mr. Chairman. Was there any kind of conditions that was set last time on the 2017?
I have a list of conditions, the
Okay.
same ones
All right,
that I'm
so
all
same ones,
gonna read.
okay, perfect, okay.
In fact, I'm gonna read them off the open.
Perfect. All right, so then I'll make a motion that we approve the special permit for the applicant for 50 vehicles at this location.
Second,
I'll second that.
we have a motion and a second, that I'll call for a vote. Jim?
Aye.
Don?
Aye.
Patrick?
Aye.
And I say aye. It's granted. I have a couple of things.
Thank you.
On that, I'm going to read the conditions that are going to be on this. I have the one from 2017. I'm actually going to read them right off that. They're going to be the same. So if I read something that you want to, don't agree with, speak up.
Right.
Okay, the cars must be placed 20 feet from Summer Street. A limit of 50 cars may be displayed for storage, sales, employee parking. Those vehicles that are for sale shall be ready and maintain inspections as required by Registry of Vehicles. All loading and unloading of vehicles to be done off-street for safety purposes. No parts, materials, or tools shall be displayed or stored out of doors. No junk, as the term is hereinafter defined, shall be stored or maintained out of doors. As used herein, the term junk shall mean any workout, cast-off, discarded articles or material which are ready for destruction or which have been collected or stored for salvage or conversion to some other use. The business hours will be 8 to 6, Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 9 to 12 on Sunday or by appointment. Is that correct? If you're going to change it, I want you to do it now.
He's saying we should close for Sunday, and he's going, no, we should keep it going.
You could
By
keep-
appointment, we should
You
keep by
can keep,
appointment.
you can close on Sundays, but you have the option if
Yeah.
business
Correct,
is
exactly.
good.
We want to
You
leave
know,
that option
you don't have to
open.
come before
Yeah.
to do it again, if you
Yes.
accept it.
Okay?
We're good.
We're good?
Okay.
Okay, the petitioner shall conduct the business at all times in a manner as not to be offensive to the residential abutters. The granting of the special permit authorization shall ensure to the benefits of the applicant and shall cease in the event of the business is sold or sublet to another party. The permit subject to a periodic review by this board or the zoning enforcement officer. If the restrictions noted as part of this granting of this permit are not adhered to, or if operating in any offensive or detrimental to the neighborhood, this board will ask the enforcement officer to begin the procedure to rescind the permit. The petitioner shall abide by all requirements of the Department of Public Works in the town of Lunenburg and the state of Massachusetts with respect to ingress and egress at the property. The petitioners must comply with the town of Lunenburg bylaw regarding signage. Any lighting shall not be offensive to the abutting properties. And those are the conditions that will be part of the granting. Okay. We've had it's granted. I do have a post-decision instruction that I have to read for special permits. The special permit is granted with the contingency that the petitioner complies with all licenses, regulations, statutes, ordinances of any and all applicable local, state, and federal boards or agencies with jurisdiction over the premises. The special subject to periodic review by the permit granting authority or the enforcement officer to ensure compliance with any conditions. Non-compliance to such conditions may result in revocation of this permit. A copy of the board decision shall be filed with the town clerk within 14 days. Any party aggrieved by the board's decision may appeal to Superior Court 20 days after the decision is filed with the town clerk. After certification by the town clerk that 20 days have elapsed since the decision was filed, you should have it recorded in the Registry of Deeds. No special permit shall take effect until it has been recorded, and the special permit shall lapse within 2 years unless substantial use or construction has commenced. And with that, good luck with your new auto.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks so much.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much,
great night.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a good night. and
Be
thank
safe.
you for coming out on such a snowy night.
Glad we did. You want to adjourn?
Has the rest of the board met?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, with that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.